even when he doesn't score, but his work ethic is unbelievable. David is one of the players that want to be successful for this football club, and he wants to win silverware for this football club. He's happy here, the family is happy, he loves the city, and he's a good captain, he's a good example, and I'm really glad that we have him in the team.
You surprised a lot of people today with choosing Johansson over Saunders. Is his performance today going to affect your decision-making going into the playoffs?
I think not just about Eric's performance. I think when you look at Carey, the way he came on, Frank, the way he came on, Jason, when he came on, was good. And that's the message I told them in the dressing room. This team make it really difficult for me to choose the starting 11. And that's what I want from them. And then my job is to try to pick up the players to make the team, but their job is to make it really difficult for me. And it wasn't easy at all through the season. And the way that the team performed today will make it really difficult for me. And I still have a week to make a decision. So,
Patrick, congratulations. Another goal and assist for Jack tonight. Consider how his season started with the injury. Has his play surpassed your expectations for him this season?
No, I think he's been doing really well. I think he's just played with a lot of confidence. He's a really talented young player. He's a really important player for us, especially the way we want to play. He had a really tough period with the injuries, but we knew what we will get with Jack, and that's why I'm quite really happy, because it wasn't easy to take him from the draft. We did our homework really well, and that's why I'm really happy to work as well with Claudio and David, because they make it happen, and we're glad that we fight for it.
Hey, Patrick, congratulations.
Thank you.
For all what the team has done this year, in what places do you think the team still has to improve, particularly in the postseason?
We still have a lot of part of our game that we need to improve. We had few injuries during the season, so our back four has been moving a lot. We didn't have the stability that I was looking for. I think we improve, and I think there is a better understanding from the players individually what is their role and responsibility. And when players understand that and make it work for the team, it became a little bit more easy. And I think today we look quite really solid. I think Maxime and Fred with Andoni at the back had a really good understanding. And I strongly believe that in the next few years, with the way we're going to work, this team will be even stronger.
Hi, Patrick. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Are there any players who you feel don't necessarily get the headlines, but have been unsung heroes for the team this season, now that you've qualified for playoffs with 5?
It is really difficult to give you a name, but when you look at the way that the team or players perform from the beginning of the season until today, some of them went through a difficult period, but they never give up. They keep working really hard. They take their chances when they had to take it. You look at Tony Taylor, who's starting the season and didn't play much in the last few months, and of course it's really difficult when you have David in front of you, but the way that he's working training is keep his head up and he's keep working really hard, and of course me seeing him working every day in training, he deserves more credit because he's challenging everybody else, and I tell you, we have a really good group of players who work hard, and this is the reason why we finished second in the league.
Yes, Patrick, congratulations on your season so far. Early in the season you were switching formations a lot, and then you seemed to settle into one formation. Now, to change so late in the season again, did you consider it a bit of a risk at this late juncture, and were you happy with what you saw today?
No, I'm really happy with what I saw today. I think we always try to have a good formation that allowed us to control the game. And I think at 3 at the back with Mata and RJ wider, we had some situation. I think with them two wider, we were a little bit more solid. And of course, having Federico and Andrea in the midfield in front of them, Jack and Mendoza, I think we tried to penetrate centrally, but it was quite really difficult because it was quite really crowded. But I think it was a really good team performance, and you just have to look at the team that we beat tonight, and we needed a big performance to win that game, because Columbus is, for me, one of the best teams in the league, the way they played, and we needed to perform well to win that game.
Patrick, congratulations.
Thank you.
When at 1-1 in the second half, there you made a couple of changes, and it seemed like it was still up in the balance. What breakthrough did you see, or what was the breakthrough that led to the 4-1?
I think when you look at with the 15-20 minutes to go and it was 1-1, we needed to do something to go for it. And I knew that Toronto was leading the game in the other side, and we didn't have nothing to lose, so we just made a few chances. We went at 4 at the back and the 4-3-3, and it worked. We looked a little bit more aggressive on that side. And then, of course, when you scored the second one, the third one, I decided to go back with 5 with Jason coming in and to get a little bit more strong.
Hi, Patrick.
Hello.
I noticed you called it 3 at the back, but the goalkeepers, Johansson versus Saunders, and you said you had a week to make a decision, but is that a real competition? And what will go into how you make that decision? Will it be more the opponent, more the setup, or more who you just think is in better form at the moment?
It's always been a competition in that position or any other position in the team. I make decisions, and sometimes I make it right, and sometimes I make it wrong. But I still have 1 week. We have to look at the team we're going to face. We have to look at how they're going to be training in the week. And I have to speak with Rob, the goalkeeper coach, and we're going to make a decision at the right time. But it's always been a competition. I like it because Eric is challenging Josh, and if Josh been playing so well, it's credit to Eric as well, because the way he was working in training, the way he was playing, especially when we played in Mexico, challenging Josh, and that's what we need. We did it through the goalkeeper position, we do it with the other position on the field. And that will bring the best of the players, and that make my job difficult, and it's good.
Final question, just to...
Congratulations, Patrick.
Thank you.
In the beginning of the year, you told me that you felt Kyrie Shelton was a player that didn't know how good a footballer he could be. A very successful season, a goal here in the finale. How has his growth impressed you this season, and how big a part of the team's attack do you think he could be in the future?
He's been... what I like about Kyrie is that he's a really good person. He wants to learn, he loves the game. He's the one that when he's going back home, he's going to watch the game, he's going to look at his performance, he's going to take some moment in the game that he didn't really understand, and he will come to my office and we're going to go through to that. And for me, this is a player who wants to improve, who wants to help the team. And I'm not surprised at all that when he came on, he worked hard for the team and he get the goal that he deserves. And he's improving, and just been 7-8 months that we're working together, and next year he will be even better and better again. He's an important player for this football club, and he will improve.